Hello, this is Kent Blaylock with SDG Replays, coming to you this Monday morning after the Super Bowl. I hope Ram fans are happy, and I hope Bengals fans are being consoled this morning. Great Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. I didn't have a dog in the fight, so I was able to enjoy it without too much anxiety, and enjoyed the game. I thought it was well played. Today we're going to be continuing in my play of a 8-team 28-game season to get kind of a feel for the stats for pocket pennant run baseball. And what we're going to do is we're going to play, I'm in the fourth game in the set of games, and so far it's been interesting so far. I've had varying outcomes. My last game that I rolled offline was a 1-0 win by the 56 Brooklyn Dodgers over the 79 Pittsburgh Pirates, 1-0. Don Newcomb took a no-hitter into the ninth inning and allowed a hit in the top of the ninth. It went to the 10th and was then won on a walk-off home run. And for the life of me, I can't remember off. Gil Hodges hit the home run to walk it off in the 10th, bottom of the 10th for the Dodgers. Then the game before that was a home run derby. It was 20 plus hits in the game, 9 home runs. I think it was closer to 30 hits in the game, and 9 home runs hit by both teams. Even the pitcher Vida Blue hit a home run. I was a bit skeptical on that, Vida Blue hitting a home run, but I did see on his card for that season that he had 1 home run on his card, so it's feasible. But today we're going to be in a matchup between the 1975 Boston Red Sox and the 1956 New York Yankees that will be played in Boston, in Fenway Park, as the visiting 56 Yankees, led by Mickey Mantle in his Triple Crown winning season, facing that formidable lineup of the Red Sox against a pretty formidable lineup with the Yankees. Pitching are not going to be A-rated pitchers. Johnny Kucks will be pitching. He's a B-rated pitcher, so a good pitcher. And for the Red Sox, it's going to be I forget who my pitcher is going to be. I will give you that information when I pull the game screen up, so no worries there. But we're going to be into a matchup between the 56 Yankees and the 75 Boston Red Sox. I hope you enjoy as we get into this game. I know I will. Pocket pennant run baseball. See you there. Well, hello one and all. This is Kent with SDG Replays once again. Just coming to you, as I was saying, we'll be having a matchup between the 1956 New York Yankees and the 1975 Boston Red Sox. I could not remember who my starting pitcher was for the Red Sox, but that'll be Louis Tiant. The odd delivery Tiant will be pitching for the Red Sox, as Johnny Kucks will be pitching for the New York Yankees. Let's look at our starting lineups. Let me take a step back where we can just look at our box score, where we can look at both lineups. For the 56 Yankees, leading off will be Hank Bauer in right field. Batting second, Billy Martin. on second. Batting in the third spot will be Mickey Mantle, center fielder. Batting in fourth, cleanup, is your catcher, Yogi Berra. Batting in the fifth spot will be Bill Skowron, playing first base. Batting in the seventh spot will be Gil McDougald at short. Batting in the seventh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Batting in the seventh spot will be Elston Howard, the left fielder. McDougald will be batting in the sixth spot. Andy Carey will be batting in the eighth spot at third, and Johnny Kucks will be batting in the ninth spot, your pitcher, because I decided for these 28 games there would not be a designated hitter, so the pitchers will be swinging away. Both of the pitchers today, Kucks and Tiant, are D-rated hitters with D power. For the 75 Red Sox, leading off and playing center field is Benitez. Burlson at shortstop is on second. Yastrzemski batting third at first. Rice in left field batting fourth. Evans batting fifth in right field. Rico Petrocelli batting in your seventh spot on third. Batting in the eighth spot. I've got it screwed up again. Petrocelli's batting in the sixth spot at third. Griffin at second base batting in the seventh spot. Montgomery catching, batting in the eighth spot. And Louis Tiant, your pitcher, batting in the ninth spot. So on the mound, Louis Tiant. Louis Tiant, as a pitcher, is a C-rated pitcher with A control, and he can go 7 innings with D defense. So leading off, and let me change screens here where you can see everything you need to see. There we go. So leading off will be Hank Bauer. Hank Bauer, playing right field, is a C hitter with B power and B speed. Against the righty Tiant, he will drop down to a D. So Tiant goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a control check on Tiant. Tiant again has A control. That A8 will be a strikeout. Bauer goes down swinging for out number 1 as Tiant tallies up a K with his first pitch. And I'll bring up Billy Martin. Martin will be he's a B hitter with B power and B speed, but he will be a C batter against Tiant. Here is the pitch. And he strikes him out. Tiant's come out dealing. He sat down the first 2 batters with strikes. As Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. Mantle is in his Triple Crown winning season. He is A's all the way across until his defense, which is a B. Switch hitting Mantle will be hitting from the A column. Here is the pitch. And it'll be control check from Tiant, and he strikes out the side. Tiant comes out dealing as he strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the first. And Juan Benitez stepping to the plate. Kucks is a B-rated pitcher with C control. So control issues and D defense. He can go 7 as well. So Kucks goes into windup as Benitez steps in. He's regularly a B hitter, but it will drop to a C Here is the pitch. And not good luck for Kucks, as Beniquez, batting from the C column, that B10 goes to the batter's card. The batter's card, that C11 is his power, and that blue 12 is bad news for any pitcher, as Beniquez takes his leadoff hitting self and drops a home run in the left center field seats just to the right of the green monster for an early 1-0 lead for Boston. So Beniquez with the leadoff home run, and Boston's on the scoreboard early here as Kucks throws down the rosin bag in disgust and faces his next batter, which is Rick Burlson. Burlson is normally a C-rated batter, which will drop to a D against Kucks. Here is the pitch. And this time, it's a high number again, but it goes to Burlson's card. That D1 is a line drive hit sharply at McDougal at short. McDougal, on top of it, stabs it out of the air for the L6 putout. And out number 1. That'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski, batting from the left side, will not be affected with his pitcher rating, as it will remain a B, and he does have B power. Kucks into the windup. Here is the pitch. And it will go to Yastrzemski's card. That B8 will be a single, as Yastrzemski hits one sharply into right field, lines in front of Bauer for a 1-out single, and we got a runner on first, 1 out, and Jim Rice stepping to the plate. Rice, normally an A-rated batter, will drop to a B, but he does have A power, as the pitch comes from Kucks. That'll be a control check on Kucks, and he has bad control. He's a C-rated control. So that's C9. Will walk Rice. Rice with a good eye takes ball 4. We have runners on first and second now with 1 out. And Dwight Evans to the plate. He's normally a B-rated batter, will drop to a C. Here's the pitch from Kucks. So he's in a bit of a bind here. Can he pitch himself out of it? And again, it'll be a control check, and he walks Evans. So that C-rated control is becoming a problem for Kucks, as he's walked the bases full with 1 out and already a run across. Enrico Petrocelli stepping to the plate. Petrocelli, is a C-rated batter, which will drop to a D. As the bases are full, Petrocelli steps in. Kucks into his windup. Here's the pitch. That will be another control check. And that 8 is another walk issued by Kucks as he walks across a run. As he does so, Yogi Berra trots out to the mound, says some calming words to his pitcher and words of instruction, and goes back as Doug Griffin steps to the plate. Griffin, also a C-rated batter, who will drop to a D. Can Kucks stop the bleeding? Here is the pitch. This time, it will go to the batter's card. And Griffin on that D2 lines it sharply to first. Skowron stabs it out of the air for a sharp line drive and then steps on the bag for a rally-ending, blood-stopping double play on the L3 unassisted double play. So that ended the inning, stopping the scoring for only 2 runs, but the Red Sox now have a 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the second. Louis Tiant struck out the side, come out firing, but Yogi Berra steps to the plate. Yogi Berra is an A-rated batter with A power, and batting from the left side, he will remain an A as the pitch comes. And that will go to the batter card. And that'll be a fly ball lifted into left field. Jim Rice settles underneath it for out number 1. As Tiant has sat down the first 4 batters he's faced, Bill Skowron steps to the plate. Skowron, an A-rated batter, will drop to a B against Tiant. He does have A power as Tiant goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. Again, goes to the batter's card. Skowron hits the ball sharply to Petrocelli at third. Petrocelli up with it over to first to Yastrzemski for the 5-3 putout. And out number 2, they'll bring up Gil McDougald. Again, an A-rated batter will drop to a B against Tiant. Here's the pitch from Tiant as he goes into the windup. That's a ground ball hit sharply to Burlson at short. Burlson up with it. Fires it over to Yastrzemski for the 6-3 putout. And 6 up and 6 down for Louis Tiant as we go to the bottom of the second. With a score, Boston 2 and New York 0. Bob Montgomery stepping to the plate. He's a C-rated batter, which will drop to a D against Kucks. Here's the pitch from Kucks. And again, he gives one for the batter to hit as he's keeping the ball up, but the D-rated Montgomery just lifts a high fly ball into center field. The sure playing Mantle, the B-rated defense, makes that play easily for the F8 putout and out number 1 as Louis Tiant steps to the plate. Tiant is just going to swing away. The D-rated batter against Kucks. Here's the pitch. And Tiant hits a lazy ground ball to second. Billy Martin up with it. Gets Tiant easily at first for the 4-3 putout. And out number 2. And that'll bring up Juan Beniquez, who led off this game with a home run. And that was surprising to me. I didn't expect a home run from Beniquez, but here we are. He has hit one, and he's going to give it another ride as the pitch comes from Kucks. And he does indeed get a ball to hit. Beniquez, batting from the C column, lifts another fly ball to Mantle in center field. Mantle getting a little action here in the bottom of the second. Makes the play easily for the 5-8 putout. And out number 3. So we go to the top of the third with the Red Sox leading 2-0, and Elston Howard stepping to the plate. Howard, a B-rated batter, will drop to a C against Tiant. Here is the pitch. And he grounds one sharply to Griffin at second base. Griffin fields it easily, tosses it to Yastrzemski for the 4-3 put out. And out number one here in Boston. That brings up Andy Carey. Carey, C-rated batter, will drop to a D. And a wind up and pitch from Tiant. And it's lined sharply at Yastrzemski. Second line drive that Yastrzemski fields easily for the L3 put out. And out number two. That'll bring up your pitcher, Kucks, batting from the D column. Tiant eyeing his counterpart as he goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be let's see. It's going to be a defensive check on the second baseman. Second baseman Griffin is a C-rated defender. That's C7. He will make the play easily over to Yastrzemski for the 4-3 put out, and out number three. And we go to the bottom of the third with the Boston Red Sox still up 2-0. And the 56 Yankees are really struggling in this play that I've done so far. They're 1-3. They've only won one and lost three. And they're struggling here, but there's a lot of game left and a lot of good hitters for the Yankees. As Johnny Kucks toes the rubber, Rick Burlson steps to the plate. Burlson will be batting from the D column. Here is the pitch. And that'll be the first strikeout recorded by Burlson Kucks as he fires it by Burlson. For out number one, as Burlson doesn't even get the bat off his shoulder as he caught him looking. That'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski. Batting from the B column. Yastrzemski, his first time up, struck out. No, he singled, excuse me. Giving Carl a bad name as he's the only one that seemed to be hitting the ball other than Beniquez. Yastrzemski steps in, batting from the B column. Here's the pitch. That'll be his power column. Yastrzemski's power is a B. That's going to be a well-hit ball in left center field that gets between Mantle and Bauer, gets to the wall, Bauer up with it, fires it back in, but not before Yastrzemski's sliding into second base for a one-out double. That'll bring up Jim Rice with the runner in scoring position. The B hitting Rice with A power. He could make this a 4-0 game with one swing. Here's the pitch. That's going to be to the batter's card. And Rice hits the ball sharply to McDougal at short. McDougal tosses it to Martin, who makes the pivot, fires it over to first in time for the 6-4-3 rally-killing double play. No, I can't do that. It's not a double play because Yastrzemski's on second. Sorry for that faux pas, as what it's going to be is just a, let me look at that card again. Yeah, it's just going to be a 5-3 because Yastrzemski was running smartly, makes it to third on the 5-3 put out. That'll bring Dwight Evans to the plate. Evans batting from the C column with a runner on third. Yastrzemski just 90 feet away as Kucks goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. And Dwight Evans hitting from the C column. That's C8. This is going to be a sharply hit ball to Skowron. Takes a few steps to his right. Won't be able to get to the bag, but Kucks is covering for the 3-1 put out, and out number 3. They leave a runner stranded as we go to the 4th with Boston still up 2-0, and Louis Tiant pitching a gem so far as Hank Bauer steps to the plate. Bauer batting from the D column. Here's the pitch to Bauer. It's going to be a defensive check on the shortstop, Burlson. Burlson, C defense. He will make the play as it handcuffs him a little, but he's able to make a good play on the ball, fire it over to first for the 6-3 put out. And out number 1. And that'll bring up Billy Martin. Martin batting from the C column. Here is the pitch. And Martin gets to hit from his power column, which is a B. That B2. He hits it well as a curveball is hung by Tiant, but a little too much under it as he takes him back to the warning track, but Beniquez settles underneath it for out number 2, as it gave a long ride, but not long enough as it stayed in the park, and that brings Mickey Mantle back to the plate. Here's the pitch to Mantle. And he gets one to hit, but he hits it sharply to Burlson again at short. Burlson makes the good play, fires it over to first for the 6-3 put out, and out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with the Red Sox still up 2-0. Enrico Petrocelli stepping to the plate. Petrocelli batting from the D column. Here's the pitch from Kucks. This time it's popped up to first. Skowron ranges a few steps over to his left, just outside of foul territory, but easily played for out number 1 on the pop-up by Petrocelli. That'll bring Doug Griffin to the plate. Griffin, his first time up, lined into a double play as he lined it at Skowron, who just simply stepped on the bag for 2. As Griffin comes to the plate, batting from the D column. Here's the pitch from Kucks. And he'll get to swing away. He lifts one into right field, shallow right field. Hank Bauer lazily moves under it. Can of corn for the F9 put out. And out number 2. That'll bring up Bob Montgomery. Montgomery batting also from the D column. His first time up, he flew out to center field. Here's the pitch from Kucks. And he strikes him out. Montgomery goes down swinging as he takes the walk of shame with his head hung low, with his head wagging to and fro. As we go to the 5th, Red Sox still up 2-0 in this pitcher's duel. As Yogi Berra steps to the plate, the A hitting Berra against the C pitching Tiant. Here's the pitch. That A9 is a single hit sharply by Bauer. He rips it past Griffin at second, gets to Beniquez in center field, but leadoff single by Yogi Berra. Berra is safely on first as Bill Skowron steps to the plate. And I think this is a point in time when we're going to try to execute a hit and run. And if you'll give me a second, I got to let my dog in. Yeah, we're going to try to get something going here for the Yankees, so we're going to try to execute a hit and run. I'm going to be reading the red and blue die. And here's the pitch from Tiant. And with the 11 roll, that will be a single by Skowron. The B running Berra with that roll of 11. He is a safe roll. And so that will move him all the way over to third. So a successful hit and run by Skowron. We now have runners on first and third with no outs, and Gil McDougald stepping to the plate. McDougald, the B hitting McDougald, will be swinging away. Here is the pitch. And Louis Tiant strikes him out. He sits him down to give him some hope here. Now they can hopefully pull off a double play and get out of this inning unscathed as Elston Howard steps to the plate. Howard will be batting from the C column. Here's the pitch. And he grounds it sharply to third. Berra is breaking for home. Petrocelli makes a good play on it and fires it home, and they get Berra by half step as the tag's made by Montgomery for the 5-2 put out. So there's 2 outs now, but we have runners on first and second as Yogi Berra was caught trying to take home, and Andy Carey steps to the plate. The D hitting Carey. Can he come through in the clutch? Here's the pitch to Carey. And he will ground it to Griffin at second, who tosses it to Yastrzemski for the 4-3 put out. And the Red Sox get out of that jam and still have a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Louis Tiant still pitching well. Here's the pitch to Tiant as he's going to swing away. And he lifts one into center field, shallow center field. Martin's back for it, but Mantle waves him off. Makes the play easily for out number 1. That'll bring Juan Beniquez up to the plate. Beniquez on the day is 1 for 2 with a leadoff home run. As Kucks stares down Beniquez, he goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. Beniquez gets another one to hit, and he gets all of it as he hit it deep into center field and sharply as it gets to the wall past Mantle and Howard, and he finds himself standing up with a double as Beniquez is striking the ball well with a home run and a double in this game. As with one out, Beniquez stands on second, and Rick Burlson coming to the plate. Burlson batting from the D column. Here is the pitch. It's a fly ball lifted in to center field. Beniquez will have the opportunity to tag up against a strong arm Mantle. It's hit that deeply. Beniquez going to third. Let me look at this. I believe his run rating is going to drop. No, it just goes to the safe out calls. Okay. So Beniquez is trying to tag up and go, testing the arm of Mantle. And he will be safe as he's in easily. So it's the F8. Into center field. It will move Beniquez over to third. So with two outs, Beniquez 90 feet from run number 3. Kucks looking to set him down as Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate, batting from the B column. Here's a pitch to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski hits it sharply to second. Martin makes a good play on it. Over to first. Skowron squeezes it for the 4-3 put out. And out number 3. And we go to the 6th now with our score still 2-0 Boston. And Johnny Kucks is your batter. And we'll keep him in. Here's the pitch to Kucks. It's going to be a defensive check on the catcher. Slow roller hit in front of the plate as it bounces in front of Montgomery. Montgomery up with it. Steps a little bit to his left. Fires it down to Yastrzemski for the 2-3 put out. And out number 1. That brings up Hank Bauer. Bauer batting from the D column. Here is the pitch. And he hits it to Griffin at second. Up with it. Over to first. The 4-3 put out and out number 2. And for some reason, both my dogs are trotting in here like they want something. Now they're both heading to the back door, so I'll be right back. All right, girls. Both want to go out. Come on. Go on in. Go on. Now here's the thing. I've got 2 dogs, Jack Russells. One of them's almost 13 years old, the old lady in the house. The other is a year old. I'll let the year old out and she'll want to be out there all day. the 13-year-old, she'll be ringing the doorbell here in a minute, so I'll have to go take care of her. So 2 outs. Billy Martin stepping to the plate. Martin batting from the C column. Here is the pitch. And Tiant, control check on Tiant. I believe he has good control. Yep, he's A control. That A7 will strike him out as Tiant strikes out Martin for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 6th with the Red Sox still up 2-0. And the Yankee bats have been cold today, as they have been so far in this little small season I've been playing. As Kucks goes into his windup, Rice stepping to the plate. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Let's erase that. Rice stepping to the plate. Jim Rice will be batting from the B column. Here's the pitch to Rice. That B4 is a defensive check on Kucks. Kucks' defense is a D. It's not good. But he will make the play. He was 1 digit away from allowing a single, but he plays a sharply hit ball by Rice, fires it over to first for the 1-3 putout. Now number 1. Dwight Evans stepping to the plate. Evans batting from the C column, but has A power. Here's the pitch. Again, it's a defensive check, this time on the left fielder, Howard. Howard's an A-rated defender. He's pulled over toward the left field line and makes the play as he's got to get on his horse a little bit, but runs it down for the F7 putout. Now number 2. That'll bring up Rico Petrocelli. I just like saying that. Rico Petrocelli batting from the D column. Here's the pitch from Kucks. And he strikes him out. Petrocelli goes down. Gets caught with a changeup that gets him looking for out number 3. And we go to the 7th. Now this is both pitchers' fatigue inning, so they can pitch this inning, but as they go into the 8th, their ratings will drop. As Mickey Mantle steps to the plate, batting from the A column, Louis Tiant with the pitch. Mantle gets to swing away, but lifts it into center field, left center field. Beniquez moves over towards it, waves Rice off, makes the play for out number 1 on the long fly ball by Mantle. As Yogi Berra now steps to the plate, batting from the A column. Berra swinging away as Tiant goes into his pitch. And Berra gets one to hit as he hangs a curveball, but Berra lifts it high and deep into left field. Rice back to the warning track, back to the wall, leaps and robs Berra of a home run, a long out for Yogi Berra. As now Bill Skowron steps to the plate, batting from the B column. Here is the pitch. It's a ground ball, 2-2. Griffin up with it, over to first for the 4-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the bottom of the 7th with the Red Sox still holding a slim 2-0 lead. As Johnny Kucks steps to the mound, toes the rubber. Doug Griffin batting from the D column. Here's the pitch to Griffin. That's a line drive hit towards Skowron. Skowron, to save his head, catches the ball for the L6 put out. And out number 1. Line drive, face-saving catch by Bill Skowron as Bob Montgomery steps to the plate, batting from the D column. Here's the pitch to Montgomery. Ground ball toward Martin at second. Steps toward the second base side. Quick pivot. Fires it over to Skowron for the 4-3 put out, and out number 2. That'll bring up Louis Tiant. Since Tiant will drop to a D in the next inning, he is done for the day, as we're going to pinch hit for him, bring in a lefty. Who do I want to bring in to hit? A left-hander. Cecil Cooper is going to come in. He's an A hitter with A power, so he'll be a good choice. And I just heard my 13-year-old hollering to be let in. My 13-year-old dog's named Anchovy, of all things. We call her Annie for short. But we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And Cecil Cooper pitch hitting for Tiant as he gets the pitch, batting from the A column. And he will get one to hit. That A6 is hit sharply to Martin, who makes a leaping dive, gets his uniform dirty as he throws from his knees and gets Cooper by a step for the great play by Billy Martin for the 4-3 putout. And out number 3, and we go to the 8th, and I need a new pitcher for the Boston Red Sox as McDougal's stepping to the plate. We got a long series of right-handers coming up, so we're going to bring in a right-handed pitching, and the bullpen for Boston is not the best. Let's bring in, I guess Dick Drago is my best choice, as his control is a B. It's a C pitcher with B control, so that's my best option as of right now. Well, no, that's not true. Willoughby's a B pitcher with B control and can go 2 innings, so let's bring in Jim Willoughby. Jim Willoughby will be our pitcher with B pitching and B control as Gil McDougal steps to the plate, batting from the B column. Here is the pitch. It's a fly ball hit into center field. Beniquez underneath it. Routine fly ball for out number 1. That'll bring up Elston Howard. Howard will be batting from the C column. Here's the pitch to Howard as Willoughby toes the rubber. Howard digs in. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out as Howard goes down swinging for out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Andy Carey. Andy Carey batting from the D column here in the top of the 8th. I think I'm going to have to bring in a pinch hitter for him, see if I got a lefty who can possibly give me a shot here. Who do I want to bring in? I think even though he's a right-handed hitter, excuse me, Bob Cerv's rating will drop to a B. So Bob Cerv's going to be coming in. He's my best choice in this situation. Got a better bat even as a righty than any of my other pinch hitters. So Willoughby will be going into his windup. Cerv batting from the B column. Here is the pitch. And Willoughby he strikes out. Bob Cerv to end the inning. Cerv comes in and does not get the job done. As we go to the bottom of the 8th with the Red Sox still up 2-0, and I got to put a third baseman in. And we'll be putting in Coleman in at third. Jerry Coleman coming in to play third, as Kucks now drops to a C pitcher. Do I want to keep him in? He's only allowed 4 hits. He's pitched well, but it hasn't gotten any run support. Here is the pitch as he stays in. C1 is a control check, and he walks him. He just very promptly walks Beniquez to bring up Rick Burlson. Burlson stepping to the plate, batting from the D column. Here is the pitch. And he drives a single into left field as Howard picks it up, fires it quickly back into second, but not in time to get Beniquez, as first 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be all for Johnny Kucks. I'm going to go ahead and pull him and see if I can get a better pitcher in here. As we got a lefty, then a bunch of righties. So we're going to be bringing a right-hander. And who do I want to bring in? Let's bring in Grimm. He's an A pitcher with B control. So Bob Grimm coming in to hopefully stem the tide and keep it a 2-0 game as he comes in. Yastrzemski steps to the plate, batting from the B column. Here is the pitch. And he strikes him out. Yastrzemski goes down swinging. That's why the good A-rated Grimm gets Yastrzemski on a change up, and Yastrzemski goes down swinging for out number 1. That'll bring up Jim Rice as they go to double play depth to hopefully turn 2 as Rice bats from the B column. Here is the pitch. And he grounds it sharply to short. McDougal bobbles it a little bit, is able to fire it over to third to get the lead runner, but cannot turn 2 As now we have 2 outs, runners on first and second, and Dwight Evans stepping to the plate, batting from the C column, but with A power is Evans. Here is the pitch. And Evans gets to go to his power column. He's hit it high. He's hit it deep. But not deep enough as it takes Mantle back to the wall, but he makes the play for out number 3. And we go to the 9th with the Red Sox still up 2-0. And I got my pitcher Grimm coming up, and he's going to be having a seat. So Bob Grimm's going to have a seat because we need runs for the Yankees. Grimm having a sit down, and we will bring in Slaughter. Yeah, we'll bring in Enos Slaughter. He's going to be a C hitter, but that's the best option I got. That will increase the chances over the pitcher as Slaughter steps in. Willoughby again pitching from the B column. Here's the pitch to Slaughter. And he grounds it sharply to Petrocelli at third. Fires it over to first for the 5-3 putout, and out number 1. And the Yankees are 2 outs away of losing another one and dropping to 1-4 as Hank Bauer steps in. D-hitting Bauer. I'm going to bring in someone to hit for him. Bring in Billy Hunter to hit, batting from the C column. Improve that rating by a letter. Here is the pitch to Hunter. Big control check on Willoughby. Willoughby's control is a B. That B5, he will strike him out as Hunter goes down swinging for out number 2, and we're 1 out away from another win by this Boston Red Sox team, which I believe will go to 4-1, as they're the leading team so far in this league. Even with one of the worst pitching staffs, so figure that one out. Billy Martin stepping to the plate, batting from the C column. Here's the pitch to Martin. This could be the game. And a big control check on Willoughby. That B6. And he gets Martin swinging, and he closes out this game with 2 strikeouts. And that is our game here in Boston, with a win for the Boston Red Sox, 2-0 win over the Yankees from the 56 Yankees, who dropped to 1-4 overall in this game. And that is mind-blowing to me, but they just can't seem to get the bat off their shoulders as Louis Tiant takes the win to go 2-0. Johnny Kucks goes 0-1. The save given to Jim Willoughby, and Louis Tiant is your player of the game. He pitched well, allowing only 2 hits. Let's take a look at our box score. Let me change the view so we can see this a little bit better. And what in the world happened there? Let's go ahead and get that off the screen. And so that is going to wrap up our game here, as we see the very few hits in this game. Only 7 total hits, only 2 for the Yankees as Louis Tiant pitched well. As Tiant went 7 innings, allowing 2 hits. He struck out 5, and Willoughby come in to close it out by striking out 4 of the 6 batters he faced. Kucks didn't pitch poorly. He pitched 7 innings, only allowing 5 hits and 2 runs, both earned, while he walked 4, struck out 3, allowing a home run. Grimm come in, pitched 1 inning, and struck out 1 of the 3 batters he faced. So that's going to be our game here from Fenway Park. Let's close that out, exit out, and speak of the last game we got to play. And just look at these others. You had a matchup between the 34 St. Louis Cardinals, the Gas House Gang, against the 69 Miracle Mets, which the Mets won 2-0. And all of these have been low scoring for some reason in this week. And a 10-inning walk-off home run by Gil Hodges for a 1-0 lead that saw Don Newcomb take a no-hitter into the top of the 9th. And then our game here from Fenway. And the remaining game for this week is the 23 Hilldale Club against the 72 Oakland Athletics, both 2-2. And that is our game for today. Interestingly, you see the low scoring in these set of 4 games, but on the previous set I had this game between the Oakland Athletics and this same 56 Yankees team, where 20 runs were scored on 30 hits. And there was 9 home runs that went out in this game. So there has been some scoring. As you see, the scoring for this set of 4 was a little better. You had a 5-3 game, a 4-3 game, and a 6-4 game. So there are runs being scored, but for some reason the 56 Yankees are just struggling in this play, and I got to think they're going to come out of that at some time because they got too good of a squad, but we will see. But that's our game for today. I hope you enjoyed it when you come and tune in. Have a great day. Soli Deo Glory.